Grateful Day Tribe, welcome back to the Energy Channel, and today I want to talk about people pleasing. Okay, I have 10 ways to help stop people pleasing, but today we're just going to talk about 5 because I don't want us to try to focus on step 8 when we ain't even got through step 2 yet. You feel me? So today we're going to do a 2-part series, but today it's going to be part 1, 5 steps to help you stop people pleasing. Okay, before we get into it, like, share, subscribe, send this out to a friend that is in your tribe that need to catch this vibe. I love you, I like you. Check out my music down below. You'll hear bars to and fro as I go. It's like but people pleasing, okay? People pleasing is a habit. For any people pleasers out there? Just me? I'm the only people pleaser that was out here. It's like, but I used to be addicted to people pleasing. I could not stop people pleasing. Like, I would literally say yes, sure, I'll go. And the whole time I'm getting dressed, doing my hair, on the way there, I'm pissed off. I'm fussing and cussing at myself. And then I feel like I gotta go and be fake for 2 or 3 hours at this event that I should have said no anyway, because my energy is gonna be spent. Then I'm gonna be hitting the corner half bent and not feeling lit. It's like, but long story short, if you can identify with people pleasing and saying yes when you really want to say no, this video is going to be good for you. Okay, so we're going to get into it. Number 1, self-awareness. Okay, being aware of yourself will allow you to set up the boundaries that you need to set up, okay, to stop people pleasing. Being aware of yourself will allow yourself to be aware of how powerful and how nurturing and how bomb and how lit and how talented and how gifted you are, which is why everybody keep plugging into your energy and getting charged up. And then when they leave, you drained. So self-awareness will allow you to realize that, okay? So, reflecting on your own needs, thinking about, what am I lacking? What do I really need? What do I wish that I had in a friendship, in a relationship, or the relationship with myself? What do I really need? You know, really knowing your needs, your values, and your priorities is going to raise your awareness of yourself. Really knowing how tapped in and how lit and how gifted and how destined your path is going to help you raise your awareness, which will set up those boundaries. Because you'll be like, wait a minute, I am lit. Wait a minute, that's why they keep calling me every time they sad, but they don't call me when they glad. You know what I'm saying? They only call me when they mad, but they don't ever call me when they want to, you know what I'm saying, turn up, or when they hit the lotto or something. You know, they always call you when it's a problem. But being aware of yourself will allow you to set up those boundaries, because the boundaries are necessary, but we're going to get into that in a minute, okay? Understanding the reasons behind your people pleasing. This is another self-awareness thing. Understanding the reasons why you people please. I literally had to break down and be like, where did I get this from? Why can't I stop? Why can't I just say no? Why do I feel so bad when I say no? Or if I say no, I feel like I got to counteract it with another favor. No, I can't take you there, but I will take you every day next month. What? You don't want to do that neither. So why you lying for? Unawareness, you know, so being honest with yourself, being very transparent with yourself. So number 1 is awareness. Raise your awareness. It's all about you. Your relationship with you is your relationship with them too, okay? Number 2, my favorite. Learn to say no. Take a deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. Learn to say no. Listen, I ain't learned how to say no until I hit like 30. But when I learned it, it felt so freeing. It was like a good sin, but you're supposed to do it because it's not a sin. But when I first learned how to say no, and I felt good about saying no, and I stood on my no, oh my gosh, I had the opportunity to grow, you know, and here I am 9 years later, sharper than an alligator, okay? But saying no gives you the power to grow. When you're saying no to others, you're saying yes to yourself. When you're saying no to others, you're saying yes to yourself. So practice saying no without feeling guilty. You can start with your kids, because you probably already do that any daggone way. Stop being mean to them kids. You could start with yourself. Say no to yourself thinking negative about yourself. because your cells in your body respond to that bullshit, okay? Say no to going back to that toxic relationship. Say no to responding with the same energy. I gotta match your energy. Say no to lowering your vibration to subject yourself to something that you really don't want to deal with. Say no to being around those gossipers and those people that really don't have your back. Say no to people pleasing, okay? So we gotta break the habit within ourselves. And just remember that when we say no to others, we're saying yes to ourselves, all right? Number 3, prioritize self-care. Prioritize self-care, okay? All of these go hand in hand and hand in hand in hand, okay? Prioritize self-care, meaning put yourself first. I ain't just talking about go to the nail salon and go get your hair did. Go get your soul did. Maybe look into some Reiki therapists. Hi, I'm one. Maybe tap into seeing how to get your aura cleansed on a daily basis, or someone that teaches how to cleanse your aura. Hi, I'm one. Maybe tapping into a meditation club so that you can clean the chaos in your mind, which is keeping you unaligned with your heart, AKA in the dark. But that's where we light that spark and come to the light, all right? You know? So practicing self-care is deeper than having your nails done and making sure you look the part, honey. You got to make sure you feel the part. And how do you feel the part? By healing the part. How do you feel the part, tribe? Heal the part. How do you feel the part? Heal the part, okay? And that's what we're focusing on. I was about to say today, but we're focusing on it tomorrow, next week, next year. We're gonna do this until, because we're here to grow. We're here to just learn ourselves, okay? And not get caught up in the emotions of life and take things so seriously. That's why we be stressed out, anxious, and depressed all the time, because we be taking too seriously, okay? So, learning to prioritize your self-care. In here, not just out here, making sure your lashes are good and your eyebrows are straight and you got the finest, the most expensive MAC makeup or Fenty or whatever, and inside it ain't linty. You worried about putting on a Fenty and inside your heart is Benty. Okay, so prioritize true self-care. You could tap into Club Meditate. You could tap into my Patreon. It's a whole bunch of good stuff over there. Anyways. Okay, make time for activities. Part of self-care, making time for activities like meditation or learning. It's a whole bunch of things on YouTube, a whole bunch of free content that you could tap into to enhance your divinity, okay? Number 3, so just to start, just so we can refresh, we got number 1, self-awareness. Number 2, learn to say no. And number 3, self-prioritize. Number 4, identify your limits. Inhale, exhale. Identify your limits. This requires self-awareness again, for you to be able to know what you can and what you're not going to deal with, for you to be able to reflect back. I've been taking the heat for him for about 15, 20 years. I'm always there when they call, whenever. I always help them with their problem, but I no longer want to solve them. Set up your limits. You got to know the things that are using and abusing you and misusing you. And it starts with you. You the main one doing it because we're allowing. But sometimes for lack of knowledge, the people perish. Shout out to the Christians over there, way over there somewhere. Shout out to the Christians. For lack of knowledge, the people perish. So the more knowledge, the more aware we come of ourself and ourselves, the body will heal itself and its cells, you know? And we won't be feeling so stressed out about ourselves, okay? So knowing your limits and being able to recognize when you're overwhelmed and why you're overwhelmed, this requires you to be truthful with yourself. You're going to have to tell yourself the truth. I'm tired. You get on my nerves. But who really get on my nerves? Me. Yep, need to go get in that mirror because I'm tired of getting on my own nerves. I'm tired of being in my own way, okay? I'm tired of pulling myself out of my namaste. If you ain't heard a grind song called Namaste, go tap in. I'm tired of that, you know? So really knowing when you're overwhelmed and why you're overwhelmed and breaking up the thing, stop doing the things that make you overwhelmed. That's not self-care. That's not saying no. And it's not you being aware, okay? So you done missed all the marks that we just talked about, okay? It requires honesty, okay? Number 5 is clarify your values. Clarify your values. You really got to sit and figure out what you really want out of life. Sometimes we get so caught up and addicted to the chaos and the anxiety and the energy around here. We get addicted to it, and the negative people, and the people always talking about me, and the people don't like me, and we get addicted to that energy. But in order for us to clarify our values, we got to realize that we are creating that energy. And we have to realize how valuable we truly are. Okay? You got to be able to define your priorities. And that requires you to be truthful with yourself again. Because sometimes we be hanging around the wrong crowd and we know they're the wrong crowd, even there's no wrong crowd. But still, you know what I'm saying? We be hanging around the people that we know don't fuck with us, and we still hang around them anyway. And then we be getting mad when we get that stank ass energy. That's a you issue. That's not a them problem. That's a you one. Okay? And you can solve them. Okay? So using your values as a guide to help you. Like, what are your attributes? What are you good at? Are you good at communication? Are you good at being affectionate? Are you good at sharing? Are you good at opening up? Are you good at protecting? Are you good at, nature? Are you good at math? It don't matter what you good at, but I need you to figure out what you good at so you can start realizing your values, okay? Because once we realize those values, we'll be like, I don't want to talk to them no more. And I don't even care if they text me back. Take me out the group chat. I was tired of y'all anyway. Like, I don't ever get no time to myself because I always got to respond. You always want to FaceTime in a group chat. I'm tired. Take me out. I had the motherfucker on mute anyway. So spirit will open up doors and open up new adventures for you, but you gotta open up to you first. Okay, so just to recap, self-awareness. I need you to tap into yourself and become more aware of yourself. Okay, learn to say no. Why do you have a problem saying no? Why do you feel bad when you say no, even though you want to say no? Saying no to others is saying yes to ourselves. That's what I need you to remember if you don't remember nothing else from this video today, okay? Number 3 is prioritizing self-care. Not just manicure and making sure your outfit is fly, but paying attention to your energy, doing some soul work, healing up those shadows, talking to your inner child, okay? Tapping in with the community of like-minded individuals that want to promote some unity, period. Tap into the Patreon. Link is below, okay? I literally teach live, weekly, meditation or some type of, meditation. I teach different types of meditation, breath work. I literally go live once a week over there. So you should really tap in if you want to learn. It's very beginner friendly, okay? So 3 was self-prioritize. Number 4 was identify your limits. Identify your limits. Know when you pushing it to the limit. Push it to the limit. All right, I've had enough. I don't know if I should sign up for another double shift or some more overtime when I'm already stressed. I should just take my ass home and do my best, okay? So, identifying your limits. Know when you had enough. Knowing when you had enough and stopping before you've had enough is self-love. Oh, yourself gonna be so proud of yourself. Oh, it's so nurturing. You be like, what? We not going over it? What? We ain't gotta be fit? Yeah, we're saying no. You know what I'm saying? Number 5, clarify your values. Figure out what you really want. Figure out what you deserve. But how you gonna know what you deserve when you keep giving yourself for the birds? Okay? How you gonna know what you deserve when you keep trying to feed all the birds? Take your energy back. Preserve it for yourself. Tap into other things for your mental health. I love saying mental wealth because that's where the real money is, in your energy. If you can calm your mind and not allow it to drive you crazy, that's priceless. I know millionaires that don't have peace. Peace is priceless. That's a t-shirt that I got dropping. Stay tuned for the merch. But I just wanted to encourage you to stop people pleasing. We were taught to people please. People pleasing 101 should be a class that we are taught in elementary school. But if they taught us that in elementary school, it would teach us to think for ourselves. Then we wouldn't want to follow their system of being a robot and following the man. You know? So I encourage you. It's not going to be easy, but it's worth it. It's not going to happen overnight, but have patience with yourself. Give yourself some grace, okay? You've been doing everything for everybody else, and that's why you're tired. And you really tired because your soul wants you to do something for yourself. So tap in. Whether you join my meditation club, whether you join somebody else's, or whether you just start looking up free content on YouTube because that's all you have. I lived out of my car for 1.5 years and grew every day. Some of the best years of my life. I said that to say is that every situation you're going through right now is just a moment. And we have to own it. Whatever we're stuck in, whatever we're growing through right now, because it's happening, because there's a shift that needs to occur to bring us out of the drama, to bring us out of the trauma, so that we can blossom into what we really came down here to be. Mentally free, okay? I love you, I like you, I like you. Share this out with somebody, save it, hit the like button so I can pop up in the flow. You already know how it go. Check out them links below. Tap in, not for me, but for yourself. Free your own energy. I love you, tribe. See you within.